I can actually describe what being instantly paralyzed feels like. You feel like you're floating in hot water, and you can feel your arms crossed to your chest and your knees drawn up to your chest. When you close your eyes, your brain has no proprioception. It's been unplugged, so it's getting no feedback from your body. So it reverts back to its earliest memory, which is the womb. And I would open my eyes, and obviously I'm laying on my stomach with my head turned to the right with a motorcycle on top of me, which didn't register with what my brain was sensing from my body. I thought I was going to die. Got the kids' mother and my kids on the phone, and I had said goodbye to my kids in that ditch. I was a strapping 6'7", 275-pound guy that was the guy that put you in a headlock, give you a noogie, pick you up, spin you around. Was in the nightlife and hospitality space here in fabulous Las Vegas. So my job was to make sure people had a good time in Vegas, which was not a tough job. Had a lot of fun, a lot of friends, hanging out with my kids, playing basketball, and occasionally motorcycle riding. And my life changed in an instant. In the MRI machine, we got out of the MRI machine, and I said, "Is my neck broken? Is my neck broken?" And I kept calling out, "Is my neck broken? Is it severed?" And they said, "Your spine is not severed." And I was like, okay, I got a chance. At least I have a chance. I was paralyzed from the shoulders down. I couldn't move anything. I had no sensation. I looked at him and I said, "Am I going to walk again?" He didn't say no. He didn't say yes. He kind of shrugged his shoulders. And I took that as a sign that, well, we'll see if I'll ever walk again. And I rallied everybody around me. I told everyone that I'm the same guy from the shoulders up. I'm acutely aware of the condition I'm in, but I'm also aware of there's a life to be lived, and there's work to do, and there's a family to raise, and that's definitely what drove me. We worked and worked and worked and prayed and prayed and prayed, and things started to move. I went from being completely paralyzed to being able to stand in a platform walker and walk down the hall in the hospital. So now I'm able to move my hands, and I can stand with a walker. I've tried really hard not to let the injury define me. It doesn't define who I am. It doesn't define my effort. It doesn't define my attitude. And with the right effort and the right attitude, those are the two things you control in your life. And with both of those, you can do just about anything you want. My daughter had been in a relationship for years, and then she announced that she was engaged. Practice makes perfect. So my son and my daughter would go to the gym with me, and my trainer would supervise, and we practiced that walk over and over and over again. And we stood up, and my son was on the right and Taylor was on my left, and they held my hand and we walked down the aisle together. There wasn't a dry eye in the church because everyone knew what a journey that was and what a blessing it was. And when I got there, the pastor said, if anyone here doesn't believe in miracles, you just saw one. It was made very clear to me that this didn't just happen to me, that it happened for me. What might be a big struggle to you would be a minuscule struggle to someone else, and vice versa. But everyone has a struggle, and it's all relative. And if I could inspire one person with my story, then it makes it worthwhile. I didn't know Sam from a hole in the wall. He introduced himself, and I'll never forget this. He said, so what can you move? And I showed him that I could move my right arm a little bit. And he goes, you'll be fine. And I go, what do you mean by that? He goes, you'll be able to steer a wheelchair. You won't have to do a suck and puff. You can do this. He listed all the things you could do if you could move your right hand. And I looked at my girlfriend and I said, don't ever let me complain about anything again. And I dubbed Sam the Michael Jordan of quadriplegics, because what he's accomplished in his condition has set the bar so high for anyone else to be able to take the best of the private sector and marry it with the best doctors and research from around the world to try to cure this is a mission that we've got to keep going. The single most important thing that a spinal cord injury patient needs is hope. You cannot rob them of hope. And Conquer Paralysis Now provides hope. With that hope and with that community comes purpose. That purpose is probably one of the most important things that Conquer Paralysis Now does.